6:14 this morning here at CBS 2. Adventure starts with weather.
Especially true for you, Nate Larson. We've
Lately,
sent you out just about every day for, it seems like the last few weeks, to kind of show you guys some of these adventures that you can do in and around the Treasure Valley. And not just here in Ada and Canyon County. We're talking like a wide array of places. So you've got to do some fun things.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun just highlighting areas. I mean, there's so much to do here in each of our communities. So we highlighted 14 of the communities around here. For this particular one, we went down to Melba. We all know that hunting is a big part of our community. And so what we did there in Melba was, for today's adventure, we took a trip down there where some of our newest outdoorsmen and women were getting ready to learn the ins and outs of hunting safety. Take a look. Idaho Fish and Game's Hunter Education course is required for all new hunters in Idaho. Here at the Melba Gun Range, students are learning how to be safe and ethical with their firearms.
We started our night doing some trap shooting, so we want them to get sight acquisition and get familiar with the firearms.
They learn proper stance and how to safely handle and fire a weapon.
Normally I get nervous when I handle a shotgun, and I think I was very proud that I handled a shotgun today.
Young hunters get the whole experience, practicing on the range with their instructors to ensure confidence and safety. The next morning, they head out to the fields for a live pheasant hunt.
We actually basically put them into a slight sleep, if you will. There's a technique we use to basically rock the birds like a baby. And you basically rock them, you put their head under their wing, and then you can allow them to sleep.
Very excited. I'm very excited to bring home my dad pheasants.
With a lot of patience, skill, and maybe a little bit of luck, some students walk away with a prize.
The good news is a lot of the birds do get away. Also the good news is a lot of the hunters do get birds too. So it's a great opportunity for both. It is a very fair chase opportunity.
It feels great. It feels like I did something right.
In the end, it's not just about who had the best shot.
I'd love to see our future sportsmen that are ethical out in the field. They're cleaning up their trash after themselves. They're not making a nuisance. They're not going off trail. They're not doing things unethical or illegal. So I'd love to be able to instill the right ethics into our future generation.
All right, well, information on Hunter's Education course offered through Idaho Fish and Game and the Gun Club will be available under this story on idahonews.com. So, lots of adventures. We talked about the 14 communities. We're highlighting the Weiser River Trail tomorrow. Be sure to tune in and check that out. Pretty cool. 84.5 miles of I think they called it train trails.
Cool.
Or rail train.
Nice.
Cool.
I can't get confused.
Rail tracks,
Yeah.
whatever.
Old railroad
Beautiful
tracks
views,
made
exercising.
into, beautiful trails.
That's awesome. I think it's really cool what you've been getting to do, because I think that, I mean, and I grew up around here, like, I've been to a lot of these places, but it's mostly been like driving through on my way to somewhere else, or like, you know, going on we went up to Hell's Canyon, stopped back in Weiser for some food, so we were more on like I had a friend from college who grew up in Weiser, so I was like, all right, what's the food scene like here? Like, where do I gotta go? I wasn't really asking like, what things can we do in this town? So these are really cool to highlight, because there is something just about everywhere that's fun to do.
Or how many times have you driven by something and you're like, I would like to do that? And then that's
Let
about
us
it.
know.
And then years later, you forget about it.
Go back
And
and
if
try
you
it
guys
out.
have ideas, those that are watching, send us your adventure ideas. We'd love to check them out. So we're always
Perfect. We'll keep
trying to
sending you on the
highlight-
road.
Yeah, right. Not 14 in a row, but we'll highlight them eventually, right? All right. Well, switching gears, we were out shooting that day with Melba. And it was a little cloudy out there. We're going to see more of the clouds out there this morning as well. Some moisture still working its way into the region, but unfortunately, fortunately, the shower activity I think is kind of tapered off for now. We're going to see drier conditions out there for today. Looking at how much moisture we did receive, so maybe you're looking outside, your cars are still wet with some of the leftover rain droplets. We only had 1/100 of an inch here in the Boise area. Nampa just a trace. Caldwell 100th, along with Baker City as well. McCall fared out pretty well. They had about 1/4 of an inch of moisture in the last 24 hours. Burns picked up 4/100 of an inch. So already moving on to the next weather maker. It arrives on Friday. Looking at some midday shower activity. Blustery winds, of course, with this next front. It's a pretty quick moving front system, so we're expecting some of those breezy winds, and then high elevation snow, of course. Futurecast, fast forwarded to tomorrow, just before the noon hour. Notice that we're already starting to see the leading edge of this front work its way into the lower part of the valley, so showers expected up in the Long Valley area, the Baker Valley area, of course, as well, and could even see enough activity out there, enough instability that could generate the possibility of even some thunderstorms for your Friday. So plan on a bit of an active midday. Heading into the afternoon and evening, things start to clear out behind this front, so it's a pretty quick moving storm as we talked about, and then it's going to keep ushering in some cooler temperatures, so those breezy winds are going to stick around overnight into likely Saturday morning before they taper off. As far as total moisture amounts, again, we'd be pretty fortunate if we got around 1/10 of an inch or so. So yeah, some areas could pick up about 1/1700ths of an inch in Boise, 1300ths in Nampa. Ontario maybe not seeing quite as much, but about 1/4 of an inch in our mountain valleys. Futurecast showing that as this storm system, again, Friday evening clears out, we'll begin to see that same pattern, more of a northwesterly flow. So that means we're going to see yet another chance of some shower activity. A storm system moving through the northwest. It will likely impact us Sunday. And then that northwesterly flow into Monday evening could generate some showers as well in the mountain areas into next week. So chances of moisture in the next 48 hours, again, not a significant threat until tomorrow morning. Just after the 9-10 o'clock hour, it's a probable chance of seeing some rain out there throughout the early afternoon. Then that chance of moisture dips off as we head into Saturday morning. So extended forecast then, 60 today, 59 tomorrow, will be 55 on Saturday. Cooling trend continues into next week. In fact, a chance of rain again returns on Sunday. Partly cloudy early next week with maybe some showers on Tuesday. 51 will be the high. Mountain forecast, rain and snow likely most days with a break Saturday. Mostly cloudy on Monday. More showers possible maybe on Tuesday. With this active pattern, be sure to tune in tonight at 4 and 5:30. We're going to be tracking the forecast as well as any updates. Check them out then.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, Nate. 6:21 this morning. Let's check back in on our commute and see what's going on out there with Ron O'Brien in the 670 KBOI traffic.